Welcome to our 8th in a series of videos on coordinated intake, assessment, and referral. This video is all about the matching function and how we can improve our process of placing clients into projects that will best match their needs. But first, let's review the components of coordinated assessment that are needed to set the stage for matching and referral. When your coordinated assessment is fully integrated with your HMIS, many of the homeless clients you need to assess will already be in the system. So the simplest way to access the information and assess the client is to do a quick search on your database. You may find the client on the first attempt, or you may have to narrow your search by adding additional search fields. Let's look at the information about Zeke. We see at the top of the page that Zeke gave us consent to share his information, so we are free to make a full assessment and share his information in order to make a more informed decision and referral. Fortunately for us, Zeke is already entered into the system by an outreach worker, and they were able to get all the important contact information needed to get back in touch with Zeke and to help us place Zeke in a project in close proximity. We also know how long Zeke has been waiting for service. We also are glad to see Zeke's HUD required information is already in the system and validated. This will save us valuable time and resources when making our assessment. Much of our pre-screening and full assessment questions will have already been answered with HUD's HMIS universal data elements, so our answer to assessment questions will be pre-populated. We shouldn't have to answer these questions twice. Since contact and HMIS info were already in the system, we only have to ask Zeke a few questions to see if he should be referred to services immediately or if we need to do a full assessment. We may also determine that Zeke could be diverted to other services that could help him outside of HMIS. This could free up valuable services for those who need our help. Triage will help determine if Zeke qualifies for special services like veteran or family services, or if Zeke is particularly vulnerable. He may need services immediately and could be referred for immediate placement. We've already determined that Zeke needs the full assessment. Each continuum of care gets to determine how clients are assessed and may choose an existing assessment or develop their own set of questions with a customized system. And since Zeke is from Atlanta, we want to use the VI SPDAT, a full assessment for individuals. And you thought the VI SPDAT would take too long. Well, it looks like Zeke might qualify for permanent supportive housing. But this scoring system was used in California, and Atlanta may require a different scoring system. Now we are ready to begin the match process. Match and prioritization is what coordinated assessment is all about. How can we automate the process to ensure each client is assessed fairly and we make sure clients receive the services that best meet their needs? Matching clients with projects may be done several times within the coordinated assessment process. Some communities may only automate the scoring to prioritize. Those who score highest are eligible for permanent supportive housing. Other communities may want to use a match function even without an assessment in order to triage clients for different types of services. And still other communities will want to combine client qualifications and scores to find the most appropriate services, housing and non-housing. Although the algorithms and calculations required to automate the match process may seem complex, the system might just require one simple click to determine the best projects to meet the client's needs. There will require knowledgeable staff to understand how the system works and make decisions for successful referrals. Coordinators must be knowledgeable about the projects and make sure that bed availability and reservations are kept up to date. In this example, an emergency shelter for families neglected to put having a family was a requirement for enrollment. We will add that requirement. Administrators may require more information from both providers and the client. HUD will inevitably add new rules and regulations that will require system changes. Now when we run the match, the family shelter is no longer available for Zeek. These match referrals are available as reports for the service providers or for the coordinators to measure performance. Further customization is available to write additional requirements based on simple database queries. This concludes our video on simple match and prioritization. Thank you.